Here's the setup, boys. We're live right now. See that right there, baby? Let's make some money. Alright, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to the video. Today's video is going to be another series we are going to be starting. In this video, you're going to be doing a trade with me. We're just going to be doing the charts. We're going to trade together. We're going to put this whole session in. I'm going to go through what I'm thinking as we are going through these trades. These trade ideas as they set up and present themselves. And just go through the mind of what happens in my mind while I'm trading. This is also going to be a tool for me to be able to go back and watch these videos and look at what I was thinking throughout my trades, what was going on in my head. And also as like a form of journaling for me, a video journaling of me really taking trades, seeing my emotions as I'm going through trades and taking executions. What I'm looking at right now, we have highs at the top. These are all-time highs up here. These New York highs, all-time highs on gold. Going to all-time highs on gold. We just swept New York lows. This is pre-market. Market doesn't open up for another hour. I don't have that long to trade today. I really am very short on time. So if we can't run into a trade, then that's going to suck again. It's going to be the second day in a row where we don't trade, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? It's the trade doesn't, you don't have to force the trade. You know, if you're not in the right time to take a trade or it doesn't meet, you know, your facilities to do that, you know, don't do it. And at the same time, like, just because I am short on time doesn't mean I'm going to force myself into a position. If something doesn't set up that I don't like, I'm not going to take anything, and I'm okay with that. There's always another day to trade. The biggest thing is live to the next day, man. Don't force yourself out. Don't force yourself into positions. Don't force yourself out of positions. Trust your ideas, trust your setups, trust your models. We're getting really good rejection off this New York low. This New York low is also going to be tapping a 1 hour gap. We pretty much displaced the whole thing. We're also rejecting out of this 4 hour. If we can get a close above on this hourly, I wouldn't mind taking this if we can fully reject closing above. The only reason I don't like this is because we left these New York lows beneath. And I just feel like we want to go get them. I don't see us just leaving these one set of lows. So I would like to get another sweep of these lows before we get into anything. If we can sweep these lows and tap into this hourly gap right here, this would be ideal. This is going to be a first presented hourly fair value gap right here. So that's going to be money if we can find that. Let me also get on my trade evade. I'm on my paper trading account. Hold on. All right, beautiful. Let's see what we're doing here. Because this is the way that I see this, right? For me, with my model, I want to see a sweep of a low. Right here, we have relative lows, relative equal lows. I don't see a price just taking one of these lows, right? We're going to go get both of them. If we take one and we leave the second one, cool, leave. I don't want anything to do with that trade, respectfully. There's just the draws right here. There's another draw right here with another high time frame PD array underneath it. Like, if we want to just go and shoot all the way back up without taking this low, I'm not willing to put my money on the odds that we're not going to come back and retrace and take these lows. I'd rather be a part of that, be a part of the liquidity sweep of everyone that's trying to get in longs right here off this first New York low sweep and get back in off the top of this hourly gap. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where we go with price here. Like I said, we are respecting this hourly gap, but we did pretty much torch through it. Also trading in between a 4 hour gap right here. Let me delete all these extra stuff I have. Let's see what type of gaps we're creating. We have a 15 minute to the upside. We do. All right, so we have a 15-minute gap right here. I would love to see what price is going to do out of this 15-minute gap. Yeah, this is gonna be beautiful. If we can tap this 15-minute and get inversion out of this 15-minute down on like a 5-minute inversion or a 1-minute inversion to the downside, looks like we're already setting one up. That would be perfect. I'd even take a 3-minute if we go in tighter and do a break even at the 5. I'd be okay with that as well. And just target this hourly gap, target these New York lows. I just don't see us going up from here. I see us touching this 15-minute is going to be at the CE of this range as well. Just good setup for a little continuation short here. Especially if price keeps building the way that we want it to build. I'll be fine with taking this all day. Yeah, I like that. All right. So this is pretty much the trade we're going to wait for. We're going to wait for this to present itself, see what happens. If it doesn't present itself, honestly, if we break through this 15-minute gap and we inverse this and we start going to highs, I'm probably just not going to trade. I won't have enough time for me to really sit and wait for a retest of another high time frame PD array, especially since we don't have any to the upside. We have no high time frame PD arrays up here, which is kind of a situation we ran into yesterday. A reason why I didn't trade yesterday. The only high time frame PD array we really tested yesterday was pre-market. We displaced out of an hourly gap, which gave us the entire move up that we did yesterday, which a lot of people caught the longs off of those, but I didn't really like that trade. There was a really good trade that set itself up middle of the session yesterday, which I'll see if I go find it. Last session Asia right here. This retrace right here tapped into this 5-minute that gave us up, and then right here we had a, where was it? I think it was right here. We had a V-shaped recovery out of an hourly gap tap. It was very, very crispy, very mint. I was completely fine with taking that, but I ended up not taking it because I wasn't at my computer. I would have taken it if I was there. It was a good setup, but I wasn't there for it. So we're going to see what we do. It looks like we're going to create some higher highs here on the 1 minute. But like I said, what we want is this 15-minute to get tested at the CE, create a little gap to the downside, inverse the gap to the downside, and we're going to take that down to the hourly gap. Looking for a little bit of maybe like a little 1 to 2 setting up around here, stops at the top of the gap. Looking for something around, this would be ideally a beautiful setup we would be looking for right around here. A little quick little 1 to 2 to this hourly gap to New York lows. I'll even take it to the low too, just not be greedy over the hourly tap, just because price has been really weird, especially after last red folder news we had yesterday. After CPI, I don't know, price is moving weird. We weren't really testing PD arrays, we weren't really creating PD arrays, so I'll even just take it to the sweep of these relative lows. But yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's what it's looking like today. Awesome. Well, that's my idea. That's my trade model I'm kind of setting up. That's my bias. If we do get lower down and we don't tap this 15-minute, then I'll try to take a trade. I'll take the sweep down and the trade up to the 15-minute. This is just a really strong level of resistance down here, so I have no problem taking that. The only thing that is iffy for me about longs, if we do go down lower first, is this right here, this 4-hour candle. I don't like this devil's wick on this 4-hour. We have no wick at the bottom of this 4-hour candle, and we gotta go wick that. I mean, there's a lot of liquidity right here sitting underneath this 4-hour candle. And let's see where the level is at that. Right underneath the gap. So again, I could see us going and just absolutely taking this level, which is why actually I really don't mind taking the trade to the gap, because I think if we're going to go test this gap, we're going to go take these lows, I think we're going to sweep out this liquidity down here underneath this 4-hour candle open. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Looks like we're going to go take that 15-minute, which is beautiful. This is what we want to see. Amazing, amazing, amazing. If we can set up a nice little 1 minute right here, that would be beautiful. 5-minute gap right underneath. Beautiful. All right, so we're going to try to take the earliest inversion we can get out of this, and we'll take break even at the 5-minute. That's looking like what we're going to be setting up here for these continuation shorts here on the 15-minute. It's looking pretty clean right now. I really don't like shorting against all-time highs too as well, but there's a good draw on liquidity down here, good level of resistance, which, I mean, we kind of are bouncing off of right now, but again, I think we're going to go take these lows. I don't see us not taking these lows. I mean, we didn't on this move up. Again, this is why I'm saying it was just price has been really weird recently. Didn't take the lows here, but again, maybe we're just leaving it for this downtrend. Go take these lows again, go bounce up, go take highs. But this is my trade model. This is what we're going to stick to. This is what I believe in and what's going to work. So this is what we are going to run home with. Okay, looks like we're going to run about 12 units on this trade. Hopefully we can get a little bit of a tighter entry, which I think we will. I think we'll get a little bit of a tighter entry. We can size down a little bit if we do. We're gonna get a new hourly open. This hourly is gonna get a lot of rejection. This is really strong rejection out of this hourly. Let's see what we're respecting here. Okay, so we have another hourly gap right here, which I would like to see price close within first. That would be perfect, because then if we can close within this hourly gap, we can still open up, wick the 15-minute, and then drop down to these lows. I just don't want to see price really close above this hourly gap. That would kind of be unfortunate, but it looks like we're going to close inside it. Or if we can even inverse this gap, close below, open the hourly, wick the 15, that's perfect. All right, I'm loving how this is setting up here. Take this inversion. All right, there is 50 seconds left. I need this 1 minute candle to not close above this. And then let's see, let's mark out this 5 minute gap. All right, we're gonna have a pretty tight break even point. But again, I'll take this all day. Perfect. Looks like we're going to close inside this hourly gap, which is beautiful. Mark out both lines of this hourly real quick while this closes. We can see where in this hourly gap we're going to close. Again, if we can inverse this hourly gap, beautiful. I'd love to see that as well. Ooh, man. Let's knock out a banger today, boys. All right, beautiful. New hourly open. We pretty much closed, inverse the entire gap. Let's get some good rejection out of this 15-minute. Retest this 1 minute gap. I don't like that. I would like to not inverse this gap right now. I would like to leave this gap. Yeah, we have to test that 15-minute or I can't take this. Like if we inverse this 1 minute and just go now and go tap that, then it is what it is. I'm not going to be a part of this trade, unfortunately. But it doesn't look like, hopefully, we're not going to do that. Get some rejection, good rejection. Cool. All right, this is looking good. I like this. Creating levels of liquidity to go sweep. Hopefully we get a little bit of a tighter gap right here that we can take this tighter inverse on, so I can risk less on this trade. I actually do have a lot of conviction on this trade. I really think this is going to play out. This just looks really, really clean on the 15-minute. What's up, bro? Oh, I don't know. I'm about to be in shorts right now.
Oh, right now?
Yeah, this 15-minute. I'm about to take this 15-minute to the hourly gap, sweeping the lows.
Bet that. Let's do it. Let's run it.
Yeah, this looks good. It's also like a really strong V shape to the downside too on the hourly. Like this is chicken, bro. I like this a lot. 15's at the CE of this leg up down. I mean, you could even run this down to the devil's wick, and there's that devil's wick on that 4 hour. So you could really run it to the 4 hour, but I'm just gonna run it to the lows that we didn't take. No, I love this. I really like this trade. Here's my phone charger. Oh hell no! All right, phone's just gonna have to die for a second. All right, chat. Here we go. What are you looking at? Time frames? 5 minutes and the 15-minute candle closure. 15-minute is. Give us this gap right here. This would be a beautiful entry. Retest of the 1 minute. I already said if we for some reason dump and don't tap that 15-minute, then I'm just not going to take this. It's not my trade. And that 15-minute has to get hit for me to want to take this. New 15 minutes about to open up. Which is good. I want it to open a little bit higher though. Just want it to wick the 15-minute gap. I swear this is what the market be doing, bro. Be eliminating all these early gaps so it can't give you like a prime entry when it wants to make a big move. But if I can see a candle like closure below 619, I'm very confident in this. 15-minute candle opening to the downside. We don't like that. It's kind of ass. I wanted that 15-minute to open up. But again, guys, if we want to take this range and go take this without tapping this 15-minute, again, I don't want anything to do with this trade. Because it could deliver, but again, if we don't tap that 15-minute, I don't want anything to do with this trade. All right, there we go. Tap the 15-minute. We didn't tap it on GC yet. We did on micros. See how that be working though? I'll be telling you. Like we tapped it on micros, we just didn't tap it on GC. And I like this move because this move will set us up for longs throughout the entirety of Asia to go take fucking highs again. Market know we got things to do, man. Stalling. Give me a resweep of that candle. Go tap that gap. Stop people out. And let's go to the moon. Let's go dump. I need an expression for dumping. Because I always say go to the moon for like longs. Alright, all I'm looking for is a candle closure below 619. And I'm in this. I feel like it's waiting for that 30-minute. That's what I wanted. I wanted the last 15 minutes to close a little bit higher. It's crazy how fast time flies low-key when you're in the charts. Like the other 15-minute just closed, bro. Everybody close another 15-minute. But I wanted the other 15-minute to close higher because I wanted it to fucking wick the top. And we took that gap out. Again, guys, patience, man. This is why you guys got to be patient in the market, man. Your setup will present itself. You just can't be impatient. You got to wait for your confluences, wait for your trade to build up the way it needs to build up. You know, a lot of people might rush this trade. Whenever I'm trading micros, I always have gold open. I want to make sure that we're respecting the gold chart, not just the micro chart, because I'm trading on gold. Like we tap this gap, as you can see, we tapped this 15-minute gap right here on micros. But if you can see the gold chart, I don't want to flip to it right now, but we didn't tap it on gold. We only tapped it on micros. But since we didn't take it on GC yet, I'm not going to just jump into something like off this candle right here. You know what I mean? This wasn't enough of a move because we didn't tap it. We didn't take this on GC yet. And I like this too because this takes that buy side right there on the 1 minute once we tap that 15-minute. I'd like us to just go take this buy side liquidity right here at this swing high and dump. All right, 30-minute candle open. Come on, go get her. Oh, you're right there, bro. Stop edging me. Wow. Oh my gosh, come on, brother. The market rewards patience, everybody. Be patient. Wait for your confluence. Get in your trade. Wait for the correct entry. Don't rush yourself into nothing. Come on, market. I got things I gotta do. Alright, I'm gonna step away from the chart really quick. I'm gonna watch it on my phone. I'll be right back. Okay, never mind. It's not loading on my phone. Wait. Hold on. Dude, it's toying, man. It's freaking toying around. Everyone's going to see this cut in the video and think that we've been waiting in this trade for 9 hours. But I just turned my light off. This dude just blasting his music in my ear. Dude, I would just hate for this trade to open up and market open because we could just easily get manipulated and this shit could just run up on market open. Like, I wanted this trade to play out into market open, which, I mean, we still have time for that to happen if we can get this in maybe the next 15-minute candle. I wish I could pause my recording. I would literally just pause it to save storage on my computer. New 5-minute open. Don't tell me we're going to dump first. We might take these lows out first and then go up and do it. It just sucks if this trade's going to run away from us like this. But again, we're going to manipulate a little bit. I just don't want to see oh my gosh, we're dumping. But again, I really think this is a fake move. think this is just a fake move. Get people in. Let's go stop everyone out, because we didn't even sweep this buy side. Like, even though we tapped this on micros, like, we didn't even sweep this buy side liquidity. Like, this just looks fake to me. Like a fake move. Get people to jump in this trade. If it does play it off this 5 minute, you just gotta. This is what it is, bro. Chalk it up to the game. But again, even if we did on that 5 minute, we didn't even take this buy side. Like, this just looks so fake right here. This looks like the fakest move ever. Let's get a bullish close on this 5 minute. Perfect. Again, guys, patience, 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 patience. This is like, you gotta be patient in the chart. Don't let the market makers manipulate you into moves. Like, if it made this move and it went and did it, cool. Like, I didn't get my trade that I wanted. It's not what I set up. Don't rush yourself into trades. Don't run yourself into anything. Like, if this delivers for some reason and it hits my TP and I'm not in this trade because it didn't do what I wanted it to do, that is 100% okay, and I'm more than fine with not taking that trade. But I'm not jumping into anything that doesn't do what it's supposed to do or what I'm mapping it or planning it out to do. But a lot of people jumped in right here. I guarantee you a bunch of people jumped in right here. 15 minute and 40 seconds. I want a higher 15 minute close. I don't like the 15 minute closing like that. But again, like, we honestly, like, genuinely, like, getting a level created like this is good for our trade, because what this does is this gives us a sense of another sense of confirmation earlier in the trade that this is going to play out, because now we have a swing low. And once this low gets closed beneath, I mean, we're almost guaranteed that this is going to run, with the exception of the only thing possibly stopping this out is this 5 minute gap. But again, that's why we go break even at this 5 minute gap. A lot of people would just take TP to the 5 minute gap, which is guaranteeing yourself a trade. Again, I don't necessarily want to do that, especially with how choppy we're doing. I'd rather just let it run, and if we either hit it or we break even, again, I'm more than okay with taking break even trades. Those are wins in my books. Any day that's not a loss is a fucking win. So we take break evens all day. But again, manipulation, don't get manipulated by the market. Be patient, find your entry. Just create a plan, man. Create a narrative. I think that's the biggest thing with me that's helped me out with my trading, is just creating a plan to my trade. You know what I mean? Create a story and let that story play out. If you do that in your mind, you're going to have way more conviction in your trades. When you get in your trades, you're going to be like, this is the story that I planned out, and it's happening, and it's delivering. And if it doesn't deliver, I promise you, it's going to make it that much better for you to accept your loss, because of the fact that you made that story in your head. You created this narrative, and you were convicted in this trade, in this story that you've been building for. I mean, look how much time's gone by that we've been building up this trade. You know what I mean? If it goes and doesn't play out, it is what it is. And then if this decides it wants to go dump and just run away from me without taking this gap and doing what I want it to do, it is what it is too. You know what I mean? Like, could we have taken this off the 5 minute gap? Sure. We could have taken this off the 5 minute gap. But again, the reason I don't like this taking off 5 minutes, we didn't even sweep this buy side. Like, we have buy side liquidity up here. We didn't even take it. You know what I mean? So again, I have no problem with it. If this does dump and we miss an entry, it is what it is. If this wants to just run now, it is what it is. Again, though, patience, 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 patience. The patient trader will always be rewarded, man. I promise you. This is a strong inverse. This 1 minute gap, this is a good level of resistance. We've been fighting an inverse right here. This is probably going to run if we do inverse, which we just did. There's a good chance that this does run down now from here. We're going to tap this 5 minute gap right here. Yo.
Do you take that?
Take what? The move? Nah, I mean, we never tapped. I mean, we tapped into the 5 minute, but again, I don't like this because we never took this buy side up here on this one. Like, we never even swept this liquidity at the top. Like, I'd be more willing to take the long up to it, to be honest, than anything. But again, we have to tap this 5 minute. Or it would be even better is if we tap this hourly gap again on the open. But this close is going to be an hourly inverse to the downside. But we're about to inverse this 1 minute, retest this 15 minute. I mean, this is honestly just even better. Like, to be honest, we can go take this buy side up here up top now and then respect this 15 minute, then go dump and take it. Like, I'd like that.
I just walked to my computer and I seen it. It kind of just closed my computer.
I mean, it technically, like I said, it tapped on MGC, but we didn't even sweep the buy side. Like, we just evened it out. I mean, that's not a sweep. We just created more equal highs. But I mean, that's what I was telling in the video. Like, if this shit wants to run without taking that liquidity and giving me a true sweep into that gap, like, it's fine. I'm not gonna take it. I'm not gonna get manipulated into this trade. You know what I mean?
Alright, bro.
So you're not trading?
No, I'm just gonna eat and go ahead.
Alright. We just keep leaving PD arrays unfilled, leaving them tap, just reversing off hopes and dreams. Again, this is why it's so important just to be patient, man. Be patient. Wait for your right confirmations. Take the good trades. Don't rush yourself into anything. We'd be break even right about now. We would just broke even on this trade. But now we're going to see what we do out of this 15 minute. This 15 minutes going to lead us into to Asia Open, which I'm surprised. Like I said, I mean, longs could be taken right here, but I just don't like taking longs without us sweeping, you know what I mean, both levels of liquidity. Like, we just left these lows right here. Like, I don't like that. Not me to go take that. I'm good on that. There's just not with the draw right there. And on top of that, like we were marking out earlier with this 4-hour Devil's Wick candle, like, I am so good off that. It's funny. All right, we're about to inverse a 5 minute on GC. But again, this is important. Why? If you are trading on micros, you need to have your GC chart open, because right here in this level of my entry right here, we have a 5 minute fair value gap. It's really small, but we have one on GC's chart, but we don't have it on micro's chart. It's important you're looking at the whole gold. Look at gold, trade on micros. It's going to be our trade model. We can tap this 5 minute, inverse this 1 minute, break even at the 5. I'm in this trade. And so this is where it kind of gets difficult a little bit as a trader, because what we're getting right here is accumulation, manipulation, and hypothetically we should get distribution to the upside. But I don't really like longs. I mean, we're trading to all-time highs. I mean, it could be opportunity long, but we don't want to go take those that low. I mean, we could long out of this 15-minute gap. Again, that's why I say this 15-minute gap is going to be a big decision maker on what we are doing with price. If we respect it, you know, then obviously we're going to try to go shorter. If we don't respect it, we disrespect it, obviously we are going to go take all-time highs. So this 15-minute gap is going to be a telltale sign, realistically, for how markets are going to play out in Asia. And it's just a beautiful 15-minute gap right at the CE of this range right here. Like, it's going to be a big decision maker gap on where we want to go with price. And on top of that, this 15-minute gap is also a BPR. So it really is going to decide where we want to go with price in this BPR range. We're either going to respect this gap or we are going to just dump out of it. And as you can see this fair value gap right here creates another fair value gap inside one another, which creates a balanced price range. Where price, it's just free, it's balanced price. There's no bias to the price. It's either going to go up or down, but it's a big decision maker gap on the market. All right, we just opened Asia. And we're dumping. And we are out of there. All right, there it goes, guys. I mean, it's gone pretty much. Like I said, right idea, but again, we can't be perfect about everything. It doesn't play out the way we want it to. Not much we can really do. But this is good. I mean, good fade. Realistically, we had the right idea on the trade. Right idea, just didn't play out the way we wanted it to really play out. It's unfortunate, chat. That's unfortunate. We hate to see that. Again, like I was saying, reason I don't like taking that 30-minute is just because we take that 30-minute, like we're leaving liquidity up to the upside, and we're not testing this BPR range like at this 15-minute. So like I would rather fade this trade and look for the longs out of this. I mean, out of this position, especially if we can go tap into this hourly, which I actually need to mark out where this hourly gap is because we should be testing it here soon. Okay, we just tapped into this hourly actually. This needs to be marked out. All right. Now we've created a new hourly gap. Where our 15-minute gap was. These longs will probably play to this hourly. Now we might consolidate because we have 2 hourly gaps. We're going to be fighting in between with the BPR 15-minute and this hourly. Like we really might consolidate very heavy. Really strong recovery. So again, we would have got break even again. Even if we re-entered into that trade off that 30-minute, would have caught another break even. And like I said, this might just consolidate for a long time because we've created 2 hourly gaps playing ping pong in between each other. Like we just might face just heavy consolidation. All right, I'm gonna stop the recording. If I see something that looks like I'm gonna get in it, I'll start the recording back up again. All right, chat, this is what we're looking for now. We're displacing down lower. I'm looking for the sweep of this New York low, tap into this unfilled hourly gap, and we are going to look for longs out of this. We're going to try to take this, I mean, hypothetically to the moon, but I really don't need that much, so take this to where we're going to take it. We'll figure that out in a minute. All right. Hopefully this creates us a nice little 5-minute inversion we can take to the upside. No 15-minute above. This is, hopefully gives us a nice 5-minute gap to inverse to the upside. Take this to the Baja. I'm only going to take this to the 15-minute BPR, the highs. All right, chat. This is the trade we're looking at right now. This is our trade idea, chat. Little 1-to-1. I want to take the trade where everything in the story that I build up aligns. Like I'm creating this story throughout the entirety of this trade, and then that way, once I'm in the trade, every piece of that story puzzle aligned. And now if I lose that trade, I'm okay with losing it because I built a whole narrative into the trade. Like it helps me handle my L's, like, and take them because at the end of the day, like this is what I saw, and at least I know that there's something that I can go fix. It's not just me shooting off of, fuck, this didn't take the gap and I'm just going to get in it, you know what I mean? Then I'm not going to actually be able to learn because all I'm going to put on that trade losing is the fact that I didn't let it tap the gap. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be able to expand on, all right, this was my whole narrative and it went wrong. Like what part was I missing? Where am I going to grow? You know what I mean? This is my entire story. Everything played out the way I wanted it to, and something went wrong. What went wrong? You know what I mean? That allows me to grow deeper than just, I took the trade and it didn't take the gap. That's why it didn't work. Bro, we're making $100,000 this fucking year, bro. It's another reason why I want to do these like recordings, these like trade with me things series that I'm gonna do, because it's gonna be like a video documentation of me taking trades, and like I can really analyze my emotions and like hear myself talk my whole story out. All right, we just tapped the hourly. It's a devil's wick too on this hourly. All right, chat. This trade's playing out pretty good right here. What we need to see, we just tapped this hourly. We're waiting for the inverse of this 1 minute would be good, but we're not going to get into this trade till we can inverse this 5 minute. I really don't want to get break even. This is obviously going to be our low. So I'd rather, the way that I see it, chat, is, again, we can't control market conditions, but we can control our P&L. We can control our risk. We can control what we want to put on the trade, the money we want to put on the line. We can't control the market conditions. So in the end of the day, like for me, I would rather get the secure trade on the inverse of this 5 minute, the flip of this 5 minute gap, then just take this 1 minute inversion, retest this 5 minute, resweep. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I see it. Like earlier me is going to take this 1 minute inverse, probably get break even at this 5. But for me, again, I'm not, yeah, I can hear you. I just muted my mic, so I was talking. Again, that's why, like, just me from what I'm trying to learn in trading from where I'm at, like, normally I would have taken this 1 minute inverse right here alone and just been in it. But again, I'm not just going to do that because I don't want to get break even on this 5 minute with the conviction of this being the low. Like, so that's where my head at. And again, just like I was saying earlier, like, guys, for me, like, I'd rather have better market conditions and control my P&L than just jump in on a trade on this 1 minute inverse and then get break even on this 5. Like right here, like me a month ago, I'm in this trade right now. I would have just probably would have filled up right there off that 1 minute inversion close. Again, guys, like I said, this is going to be a 1-to-1, a high risk trade. Like, we're risking a lot as far as our P&L, but in the end of the day, like, again, I would rather take the secure 5 minute inverse and even just take it to the hourly. Like, again, I'll collect my win. I'm fine with that, bro. I'm more than fine with taking my piece of the pie. Like, realistically, I think this is going to run to all-time highs just because it's what we've done every single Asian session so far. It's just taking all-time highs, and this looks like it's going to be the low. But again, just like I said, me personally, before, I probably would have got in on this inverse. I mean, I maybe would have wanted to see a little bit of a higher close, more displacement out of it. But look at this. I mean, we would have got in, we'd be down. Look at the resweep. You know what I mean? Again, these are just things that you just have to be more patient, bro. The market's going to reward patience, and this is just showing it over and over again. Oh my goodness, guys. We are fucking dumping right now. All right, we just filled this entire gap. We just tapped in this 5 minute. These shorts just, I mean, these shorts we would have wanted to get into would have fucking, I mean, they would have played, bro. But again, I just didn't get the entry I wanted to get in on those shorts, so we didn't take them. All right, so now with this new creation, I'm willing to take this. Now I'm willing to take this 1 minute inversion off this sweep coming out of this first presented 15 minute and 5 minute like this. I'm more than willing to go take. If we do resweep this, like, that's like, so fucking be it. Like, you know, that one we're just gonna have to take the fucking L on that if we really decide that we want to resweep that. But we're gonna really risk a lot on this because we're pretty deep. So we're gonna be putting about 5 units on this trade. Break even at the 5 minute. If we can get a bullish flip here at the end of this candle, start pushing more bullish on this candle, not bearish, I'm willing to get back into this long right here. But I got to see some flip of this candle going up. It's not what we wanted to see with that. We wanted to see really strong displacement. We just don't want we don't want to inverse this. It's hilarious. Dying down in volume. I want to see some volume get pumped in. All right, we're in. Didn't really get as quality of a fill as I wanted to get into this. But it's all right. We're going to go break even at the 5 minute gap. Now we just let the market play, man. We're just going to let it do what it does. Let it work here. Again, we're really overextended. We took out these wicks on the 4 hour candle. I mean, we took a lot of low liquidity. We're displacing out of the first presented 15 minute fair value gap. We're displacing very strong out of these gaps. At least this 5 minute gap got completely displaced out of on the bottom. I mean, if we do want to go resweep this 5 minute, like, I will be thoroughly surprised if we really want to go lower from here. I mean, like, we could take these lows down here, but I don't know. I don't think we want to really go sweep. I mean, that's a huge market structure shift if we want to go take these lows down here. So now we just let the market play, do what it's got to do. We got our break even, P&L set up, and now we just let it run, boys. We just let it run. We're looking at 1300 at TP. Now there's not much we could do. I mean, risk is set. Now we just let price do what it does. We either win or we lose, guys. And this is where we just kind of sit back and control your emotions throughout your trade, micromanage your trade, let price do what it's got to do. Took this 1 minute inversion. Volume was starting to pick up a little bit. That's why I got in a little bit early on that inversion. I saw volume starting to kick in a little bit, push up higher in the market with better volume, which could be a good thing or bad thing. But since we were so close to that inversion, I was willing to take the volume push. I wanted to see better displacement. I really wanted to see that volume just continue pushing upward. But looks like the bears are, I mean, they're still fighting. They want this to push down. But, I mean, there is bullish pressure in the market. That's why we're not just absolutely dumping. So, again, we just kind of got to see what's going to happen here. 5 minute open down, which isn't bad for us. We take that. Throw in a little velo and let this thing play out, guys. A little 1 to 1.5, 1 to 1.6. All right, that's a really strong 30-minute candle closure. If this can flip bearish, I'll feel really good about this. The only thing I don't like is this hour is going to close in inverses hourly unless we can push up really well. But this 30 minutes looking really good for us. So this is looking strong, guys. I mean, this hourly isn't good. We need a lot of rejection out of this in the next 18 minutes. But this 30-minute candle is looking like it's going to give us that rejection that we need. What I will say, though, is if we do get an hourly close on the inversion, I mean, we might have to just close this trade out early, just micromanaging it. But again, I love how this 30 minutes looking out of this rejection. I mean, beautiful 5-minute rejection out of this level. Even the 15-minute is now rejecting this 15-minute fair value gap. So, again, this looks good. We just need to get away from this hourly close. Like, we need price to really, we need the bulls to really get in the market and start pushing here. And say that's really the only, I guess, downfall I would say into this trade is just this hourly pressure that we have on this hourly inversion. But again, we're so overextended on this hourly candle. I mean, look at this. Like, we need to retrace TP at the CE of that range. Mark this out so you guys actually know what this line is here. Beautiful. All right, 30 minutes flipping bullish. All of our candles are flipping bullish. We love this. We love seeing this. We want to see a candle closure above 608. That would be beautiful. You can get a 1 minute candle closure above 608. I mean, just look at this. I mean, this looks clean, man. Like, beautiful V shape we're creating here. This 5 minute gap, like I said, is going to be the only thing that will stop us out of this trade. This 5 minute gap might get us break even, but since we're risking 1 to 1, again, like I said, I'll take break even. If we want to go and we want to fucking reverse all the way down and create levels down into this gap, like, fuck, it is what it is. And then we just take our break even and we call it a day. But again, guys, patience. Like I said, patience is the key, man. Like, and I think that's the biggest thing I've had to work on as a trader from my journey at the beginning of trading is just being fucking patient. You know what I mean? Like, not jumping into a position that isn't your trade. You know what I mean? You're not missing out on anything. If it's not your story, then what'd you miss out on? You know what I mean? If it's not the trade that you wanted to take, you didn't miss out on anything. You know what I mean? You're missing out on other people's ideas, other people's trades maybe, but that's not your trade, you know? And it's hard to really get to that point in your trading journey. And like I said, it's not something I'm perfect at, you know what I mean? But I feel like that's the biggest thing for me in my trading journey that I am trying my best to overcome is just the impatience and feeling like I'm missing out on a move when I'm not, you know? 13 minutes left in this hourly. 30 minutes starting to reject a little bit. Creating levels. We're getting above this hourly gap though, which is good. That's what we wanted. We need the price to get above this hourly. And like I said, even closing between that, like this 13 minutes in this trade is really, it's going to say a lot about where we're going to go in this trade. I would love to get up to the break even point. That would be great. Like, I mean, I could go break even at this high, but again, like, I'd rather just wait for that 5 minute to go break even, accept the risk, like, take a little bit of a L if I have to. But like I said, my model set up, the trade set up, break even at the 5, and we'll see what happens. We did sweep this buy side up here. Candle closure above, creating a new structure. So I think we should be chicken here. I'm not really too worried. I feel pretty good about this. I mean, like I said, the story aligned. This is what I wanted to see. This is the trade we were looking for in the longs. So we let it eat. We let it eat. We let it eat. All right, we're getting a lot of rejection. We're going to go break even because I don't like seeing that rejection. Like, that's a lot of rejection. Like that, we don't want to see that. Like, that's, I don't know what we're rejecting out of, but that is a lot of rejection. Oh, it looks like a 15-minute gap. 15-minute gap I didn't have marked up. We're rejecting out of a 15-minute, which is good. That should have been my break-even point anyways. So 15-minute gap, taking break-even out of it. If this wants to go and go out, it is what it is. We'll chalk up a break-even on the day. This 1-minute gap might save us. Holy protection, 1-minute gap. Was that the 1-minute gap of hopes and dreams right there? But now we're break even, guys. I mean, risk-free trade. It either plays out or we chalk it up on the day as a break even day and move on to tomorrow. Move on to the next day. Move on to the next day. There's things in this trade. We are trading away from, I mean, market is bearish. We're trading into a bearish market. We are very overextended on the hourly. So, and we're getting just great lower PD array, just rejection. This 1-minute gap might save us here. Beautiful. Just tap back into the 15 minutes. Amazing. Mark this out here so you guys can see everything that's actually playing out. Real time, see how much longer is left on this hourly, 8 minutes. Biggest thing is I just want to get as displaced as possible before, like, oh, just give me as far away as possible when this hourly opens, because that would just suck to get hourly wicked out of this trade. But in the same manner, I mean, we close in the middle. I mean, we can get hourly wicked into TP. So things are building up the way we like to see them. And just look at this liquidity, man. There's so much liquidity up here. So much liquidity up here to go grab, man. Like, the draw is just so good. Great 30-minute close too. Like, this is, I love this. I love seeing this. Things to just always remember. You know, if we're trading with the trend, I'm a lot more looser on my trade. I'll let risk run a lot longer, just because if we're with the trend, I mean, we have to get a whole market structure shift to really stop you out as long as you're trading with the trend. That's why it's always better to really trade with the trend. That's why I wanted to take those shorts initially. I mean, we were in a bearish market. Shorts were setting up good. I didn't get the entry I wanted off that 15-minute gap. It took it out of the 30-minute. There's reasons why I picked the 15-minute over that 30-minute, just if we're talking about BPR and just like, that's just a better range for liquidity was that 15-minute, where I really thought we were going to go try to get a sweep of that 15-minute and then go deliver, but we didn't get that. So it's all right. We fade the trade. And like I said, we're reactionary. We don't just sit there and think, well, our trade didn't find out. It didn't plan out. It's done for the day. At the end of the day, like, we're approaching our lows. I mean, we have to stop somewhere. I mean, the last little level we could have taken was this, but I mean, I really just don't see us getting that low. I mean, that's a complete market structure shift. I mean, we take this low, like, we might go dump like deep into this gap that we have unmitigated down here, which we still might go do. I mean, market's still bearish. Like I said, I'm not saying we're going to go flip to all-time highs. That's why we're going to go take our piece of the fucking pie right here, because, I mean, we might just go take this level and then go dump, you know. But, again, still being cautionary. Like, I'm willing to close this trade. We start to see, you know what I mean, price start to chop out a little bit before this hourly open. But what I would like to see is this 15-minute get inverse. If we can get a 15-minute inverse, I'm going to hold this easily to TP. I'm not really worried about that. 15-minute inverse. I mean, just look at this. Like, look at all this buy side liquidity up here on this 15-minute. Like, it's such a chicken level for TP. Like, and on top of it, it's trading into a gap. So it's like, if price wants to go reverse, and again, this is a super strong gap, and this is what I was explaining earlier, and I'll draw this out so you guys can understand. This right here is a BPR gap. So this is a balanced price range gap. So in this gap, this is a big decision-making gap on where price really wants to go, because it's fair. It's fair gap between two. We have a bullish fair value gap and a bearish fair value gap overlining each other. So once we get into this gap, price is probably going to chop around a little bit and then decide from here where we really want to go with the market. Are we going to keep going down? Are we going to keep going up? Super strong draw on liquidity right there at that BPR range. We're starting to reject out of this 15-minute a little bit, which I don't really like. I would like us to just go deliver out of it, but we're fighting a little bit. That's not good rejection. We don't like to see that. 5-minute is going to close. Respecting this 5-minute gap. It's kind of shitty. I know there's a lot of boxes up here. This might be confusing for a lot of you guys. I'm trying to mark them out so you can understand what I'm looking at, but we rejected really well out of this 5-minute gap, which kind of sucks. But again, we're not going to let that scare us out of this trade. We have 3 minutes left into this hourly close. That's going to kind of be the biggest determining factor on whether or not we close this trade or not. We're at 500. Like I said, I'll take a $500 win, but we'll see. Again, patience. Don't get scared. Don't let the market scare you. Have a reason behind what you're doing. Don't let your emotions be the reason you're going to close your position or get into a position. Like, make sure if there's going to be any type of action that involves you clicking a button on this damn chart, make sure there's a story behind it and not an emotion. Retesting this 5-minute. But again, I'm not really worried. Like, even if we want to dump, I really think we're going to go test into this BPR. If we want to go dump and we want to go lower, like, we want to take, look at all this liquidity. Like, we have all this fucking LR right here, all this buy side up here. Like, it's just, the draw up here is just beautiful. It's a beautiful draw on liquidity. Rejecting this 5-minute again on a retest. It's a strong ass 5-minute, man. We do not want to displace out of this 5-minute gap. I'm going to mark out this 1 minute right here. And see if we get a close below this 1 minute before the hourly opens. We're going to close inside. I don't really like that. All right. Hourly starting to dump. I think the 30 minutes going to flip. It's not the best 30-minute close. All right, here we go. Hourly open. We're in the position. There's a good chance we're going to get stopped out of this on this hourly open. It is what it is. 1 minute inversion. Tap that 1 minute gap. See if that 1 minute gap wants to save us one more time. Hourly open bearish, which we like. Create a little bearish wick. Go up. Beautiful. This is a good 1 minute gap. The reason why this is a good 1 minute gap is because this 1 minute gap is sitting at the CE of this hourly gap. And so why this 1 minute gap is like really strong, and the CE, for those who don't know, is just like the middle point of a gap. So the CE is just being respected of this gap. Like, we're respecting the CE of this gap multiple times now. And I mean, which is good for us. It's a good 1 minute gap. It's holding a lot of pressure, a lot of resistance So, I mean, if we disperse through this, then we're going to go lower. We're going to take the bottom side of this hourly gap. But we respected it, and we had a decent close out of it. So, again, like I said, we're just going to let this ride. Now that we're in the new hourly open, just going to let this trade ride out and see what happens, man. See if we deliver, see if we don't. So, kind of chopping right now. I mean, there's a good chance we chop. I mean, that's a really tight 30-minute close. So, I mean, we could get chopped out of this trade if that does happen. Like I said, it really just is what it is. I mean, that's the best part about getting in your trades. I mean, something that I like to preach, at least for me, is like, if you're not confident that your trade's at least going to get to your break-even point, like, why are you even getting in that trade? You know what I mean? Like, if you don't, like, I have full conviction that this is going to go get to this. This is 100% going to take this level eventually. Look at this buy side. Like, this is a super strong draw on liquidity. Maybe I get stopped out, maybe just because we started to chop around this 5 and 15 minute. And again, like I was saying earlier, when I wanted to take this original hourly gap, the reason I wanted to see this 5-minute inversion is because of this. Like I said, let's say this bounced up, this 5-minute gap would have respected, but we would have broke even. That's what I was saying earlier on the trade before. And that's why sometimes it's better just to take the guaranteed trade. For me, the draw here off of this low, like, that's just way too much RR. So I'm willing to risk, just because I get a deeper fill. I can get a deeper fill where I can get a better break-even point to where price now has to tap this 5-minute, disrespect this hourly to really get me out of this trade. Like, stops at the bottom of this hourly is a good stopping point. But again, like I said, I'll take break even. We've already set our points on this trade. We're gonna go test this 1 minute again. So we'll see what happens. Test this 1 minute, and we're going to revisit the CE of this 1 minute. But whatever move is gonna happen, I mean, it's gonna happen, and it's gonna go pretty quick. I feel like volume is just gonna start dumping here soon, and we're just gonna see what happens. Like, this next leg will give us a lot of confirmation on what we want to do. If we really can't get good pressure out of this, like I said, I might close my position. If we can't, just take my win. But like I said, when the move happens, it's going to be strong. We're respecting that level of resistance on the bottom very well. Only thing that sucks is we're creating equal lows down there. We could go sweep that really fast, stop me out, and then go to the moon. But if it happens like that, it happens like that, you know. But this is good. We're getting good buy pressure up. Hopefully we inverse this 1 minute. But again, this 5-minute, 15-minute, we're just really consolidating a lot through it right now. And these are new accounts too. I'm on an evaluation. Normally, I'd probably, honestly, if I was really in this right now, I would probably set a TP1 up here after just like micromanaging this trade and put a TP1 up here, take like half of my profits out. But it's a new evaluation account, so like I'd rather just let this run at break even. If this was on my funded, on the actual funded part of this account, I'd probably just put a TP1 right here, take half of my profits, and then let break even ride. At least I go out a winner. But I don't really care because it's an evaluation account. So I'm just gonna, like I said, I'm just gonna let this run. Again, the only thing that's scary about this is this hourly inverse didn't happen. Like, we inverse this hourly. But again, if we can get a 5-minute inversion, like I said, I would love to take that. I would love to take this up to to our draws. Digging a little bit deeper into this 15-minute, this 5-minute still creating bullish structure. More 5-minute rejection. It's a good 5-minute candle open though. Another reason this is good is this is going to give us another protection level. Beautiful. All right. Recreating more 1-minute protection levels, more gaps. Hopefully this 5-minute can close and give us more protection with more gaps. But that is a 1-minute inversion inside of the 5-minute, which is good. 2 minutes left on the 5-minute close. After that, really our only gap standing between us is that 1 minute at the top. Just give us this 5-minute inversion. That's all I want from you. That's all I want is this 5-minute inversion. That's all I want. It's been a long trade, chat. It's one thing about them Asia gold trades, man, is you could be in these things forever, dude, forever. Let me get my vlog going. I'm also vlogging today, so let's run the vlog right now. Yo, what's good, everybody? So we are finally in our trade right now. This is how we're looking. Let me zoom it out here for you guys so we can see what we are looking like. Let's see if we can focus. We're currently in longs right here, tapping into these 5 minutes first presented 15 and this hourly gap currently up right now, $840, pushing to this buy side liquidity up here. And we're recording a separate video while recording this video on our Trade With Me videos, the playlist, whatever thing that I'm starting right now. Hopefully this delivers to TP. Hopefully this next clip is me being like, yo guys, we banged out. So wish me luck. I'll see you guys in a minute. Beautiful chat. Let's go. All right, we got the 5 minute inversion. Lord have mercy on my soul. Got the 5 minute inversion. 1 minute gap. It's the last thing standing between us and gold. So let's hope we can get it. We're super deep into this trade now. If this shit don't play out, take my money. Take my money and run with it. But I almost have full conviction in this working now, so I'm not really worried at all. Look at this. Oh, beautiful. Look at this 15-minute candle. Oh, we love to see that. We love to see this 15-minute candle. And, like, honestly, chat, this shit could run. Like I could get really greedy and just keep, you know, controlling my stop or my take profit up, but we're not going to do that. No, we are not. We are going to take our piece of the pie, and we are going to get off the charts, and we're going to kick our feet up and enjoy our winning day. Hopefully. Let's not talk too soon. Trade hasn't hit TP, but it's looking like we are going in that direction. All glory to God. But let's let this run. Let this play out, guys. Let this play out. I've been listening to music this whole time, guys. You can't hear it because I have it muted on my desktop audio. But it's been banging. This music's been fire. Guys, I've been recording this video for 2.5 hours. We've been filming this video. We're going to get this 15-minute inversion here in the next 3 minutes. Can't wait till we get this 15-minute inversion so I can get this stupid box off my chart. We just hit the bando. Just hit the bando, chat. Bando limit has been touched. All right. So one thing about these ranges, though, where we are at in between here is if price does want to continue lower, we like to be very, you know, tight. Sometimes price won't do what it needs to do, and sometimes we'll just get random inversions, flips at this range when we want to continue bearish market structure because we don't want to have a candle closure above here and flip the chart. So we're on the last final stretch. We just need price to do what it needs to do and finalize our move. We'll take that as a 1 minute inversion just so I can get that off for good luck. I don't even want to see that no more. But that was really the last level we needed to get through. We're not getting strong displacement out of that inversion. Let's just go hit TP so I can kick my feet up, edit this video for you guys, and then edit the vlog. I got things I gotta do. Market. Let's just get out of this trade. Let's go. All right, it's our first bearish candle we've closed in a minute. One thing, again, can't be scared here. I mean, we've had a long draws up. We need to balance out a little bit. We created a 5 minute gap on the way up, which is good. This is going to protect us a little bit more. So we might dig into this 5 minute gap, go test this a little bit before we go take that level. Something to just look out for. I don't really want to make it a box because I'm tired of looking at boxes. Just make it a line. All right, 5 minute gap here. I think I have a save point for the 5 minute. I do. 5 minute fair value gap. This is our 5 minute inversion. This is our 5 minute gaps here. So we're probably gonna go retest this gap. All right, chat. I'm gonna go to the bathroom. If price starts to run away, close the position for me. Chopping up a little bit. I love when TP's just right there, just right there. We don't want to go get it. Just go get it. Just go get it. Let me go edit these videos, man. Let me go edit my YouTube videos, man. I got things I gotta go do. Market makers. I got things I gotta go do. But we don't like this price starting to slow down a little bit. Like if we're gonna go retrace, go retrace. Don't just sit around this level. This makes me think that we are going to reverse off air. Let's not do that. Let's just go test this 5-minute gap and go back up. I don't like that we're just consolidating right here. Our 5-minute candle is about to flip bullish. Man, this is gonna take me so long to edit this video. This video is so long, chat. This video is so freaking long. And I don't want to just post a whole hour-and-a-half long trade with me video. Like, you know, I want to keep it concise to the points that really matter. Get rid of the fluff in the air. So I'm going to edit it up. I don't want to just, you know, there's a lot of YouTubers that just post the whole thing. But again, their portfolios are a lot higher than me. You'll probably learn something out of every single second of them watching the charts. So, which I do. I'm telling you. You guys want to get better at trading? Watch people trade. I'm telling you. Watch people trade. Use that. That is like genuinely like my source of entertainment now is watching people fucking trade the chart. Look at this hourly freaking, look at this, right? We are literally about to climb, completely take back this candle. It's beautiful. But yeah, I literally get enjoyment out of watching people trade. Like when I'm eating my food on the table, like I just sit there and I watch traders. Like I watch people trade. I watch PJ, I watch Blake, I watch Patty. Like I just watch them consume what I can consume. Also be very discretionary with that. Not every information you get is, now I'm not going to say good information. It's good to know things, but you don't want to overconsume yourself with information too, like where you're overcomplicating your strategy, your model, what you do, the way you trade. You know what I mean? Find things that you work, expand your knowledge on details that you use, concepts you use, you know, get deeper, understand deeper fair value gaps, understand fair value gaps that matter, fair value gaps that are fluffs, understand BPRs. You know, if you're trading NQ, understand SMTs, you know, whatever it is that you use in your model, dig as deep as you can into that, into those types of confluences, those types of, you know, these ICT structures, you know, learn about them, learn as much as you can about fair value gaps. If you use them, learn as much as you can about, you know, the CE of certain specific ranges. All right, looks like we're finally going to go retest this 5-minute here. Or not, man. We just don't want to do it. We just want to consolidate right here, bro. It looked like we were about to go test the 5-minute for a second, and we said, nah, I'm good. Actually, technically, we did just test it. We tested a new 5-minute gap. We created a new 5-minute right here. We just tested. So maybe that hopefully will give us our buy pressure. I don't know. There's not a lot of volume in the market right now. The volume really died out on the move, which kind of sucks. Again, this 5-minute, I'm not really worried about this. I think this 5-minute gap, again, like I said, this is a little bit of a fluff gap. This is the 5-minute gap I really want to see get tested. This is going to put us at the CE of this range. Middle point of this 5-minute, if we start displacing through the midpoint of this 5-minute, that's where I might have to close my position. Maybe we don't want to go sweep these lows. You want to go resweep everything down here first and then go take that level. But we just tapped the 5-minute that we actually care about. I'm going to delete this 5-minute line. I don't really care about that 5-minute TBH. But we're getting good rejection out of this 5-minute already. It's already fighting it really well. I want to see it just displace out of it in this next 5-minute open. But oh my lord, have we been in this trade for a minute. Alright, we're digging deeper into this 5-minute now. Now we're about the CE range. This is the area now where I want to see. Why do I still have this 15-minute here? That shit out of here. All right, now we're at the point of this 5-minute where I need to see some rejection. If we really want to dig deeper down into this 5-minute than where we are now it's going to be a little bit of an issue for me. To where we're going to be looking at closing the position, unfortunately. Hopefully, if we don't, hopefully we can just displace out through this, which that 5-minute just got inversed. Inverse that baby 5-minute. Let's get some better rejection out of the CE of this range here. Let's get up. We retraced, made a good retracement level. Now this is where we need to go to the Baja. Take us home, baby. What I am going to do now, though, is do a... We're going to take our sell stop, and we are going to bring this up to under the gap. Because now if we get under this, it's, you know, I really don't want to break even on this shit no more, you know. So we'll take TP at our break even range. Once we displace out of it, I'll put it underneath the 5 minute, and then once we get above these highs, I'll put it underneath this low. It started to displace out, but we'll close inside again. But again, why we need to be worried a little bit, and not worried, but just cautious here, is because again, now we're creating continuing bearish market structure here on higher time frames, creating these lows. So we need to be a little bit more cautious now about, do we really want to go visit these? I think we should. There's so much draw and liquidity up here, but again, you never know. In the end of the day, ICT is what we trade, but doesn't fully control the market. So market can do whatever the flip it wants. Should we go take these draws? 100%. Will we? Who flippin' knows, man? Who flippin' knows? But nonetheless, we're guaranteed profit. We're in a great trade. Stick to our rules. Everything's working up good. We're not displacing, man. This low AV volume. But again, I mean, the biggest things I watch when I'm in a trade is volume. Watch how volume is picking up, dying down. It's very important to watch volume. That's why if you don't have the volume indicator where you're looking at stuff like this, I mean, that's what got me into this entry where I did get into. I saw volume starting to pick up, and I had a good feeling that we were going to inverse those gaps because volume was picking up, at least get us to a point of break even. But volume's starting to die off. We're pushing where we want to be, but we have to also be careful because we could, again, be just respecting higher time frame bearish and not take these levels, create more levels for a resweep and a true move up whenever we want to make that. But again, I think, you know, the CE of this range, this is really, and I'll really mark this out so we can actually, you guys can see it because we already have this box here anyways. You might as well mark it out. Let me do this. Let me close this fair value gap thing so you can see this. We'll go 5 minute. And then we're going to create the middle line. All right, this middle line right here of this gap, this is the CE range. You see how price pretty much trades beautifully into it, and we respect the top half of this gap. It's basically, with the fair value gaps, you want to split them in halves, right? The top half is our bullish half, bottom half is our bearish half. Looks like we're finally getting the displacement we want. Respecting the top half of this gap, respecting the CE of this range. Didn't break through the bottom of the CE, which is good. We're taking these highs now, so I'm going to move this up to here. Once we close above this high in 30 seconds, I'm going to put my stop on the bottom at the CE, that range. There's no reason we should go take this low again. But this looks like it's going to deliver here in any second now. Projecting again. Again, once I get a candle closure above this level, I will go ahead and put my stop at the bottom of this low, this swing low. But I need to see a candle closure above these highs before we do that. I wanted this to close above. If this would close above, we pretty much should have been chicken guaranteed, like this would have delivered. But wanted to close below. We want to play around a little bit more. This is a 30-minute open. So that's where this volume kind of just spiked in from, which is good. It's probably going to give us the volume we need to finally make a move. Where are we going, chat? This has been a long trade, though, chat. Let me tell you. We're starting to dump. We're starting to dump. Where are we going? Retest the 5 minute again. Dude, we're just consolidating so hard. Like, that should have been the move right here. This fucking recovery should have been the move, but we're playing around now. Starting to not like this more by the second. I don't know why we didn't just take it off that 30-minute open. Now we're playing with my emotions, and I don't like that. Just go take my freaking TP, man. But this sell stop I think is about like $600, so maybe like 500. So I mean, like I said, we're guaranteed $500 no matter what on this trade. But I would like $1,300 if we can go take our TP. But we're starting to retest this 5 minute. We're getting a lot of rejection out of God knows what. A bearish order block, like, yeah, bearish order block. Once we do create this level up here, hopefully we get another swing high, then I will be putting my stop at the bottom of that swing low right here. Once we get another swing low creation, which looks like we should get off this 5 minute top. But I'm happy we didn't tap as deep as we did. Still creating bullish structure. Come on, man, go up. Give us another swing. Take a little bit more profit. But reason I can't put it out there right now is because this could easily just get wicked out, and then we can make the move up. I don't want to see that. So until we get another swing high, take these levels. Just creating levels of liquidity now that we want to sweep. Like I said, we might try to sweep this swing low again. Stop people out who got back in on this 5 minute, because there's a lot of people who are taking continuation right here. They're going in, they're taking the continuation out of this, putting their stops here. Price going to go sweep liquidity one last time before it grabs our TP range, which is why I don't want to be a part of that liquidity. If price wants to get here, price is invalid. This trade just finally invalid. We're going to go dump. It is what it is. We take a $500 win. But if we want to jump early, we're getting too scared. We want to be all tickled over a couple $100, and we want to move our stops over to this swing low too early, right? People who got in the longs right here are going to get stopped out, and now you're going to be a part of that. The people who got stopped out here when you took a great fill down here. You know what I mean? Like, don't be too worried about the price. Don't be too worried about the money. Take the money out of the equation. You're going to win no matter what. With this trade setup, like, we're winning no matter what. Take the money out of the equation. You know what I mean? If it swings low here, we sweep. Whatever. You know what I mean? Sweep people out, stop people out, and then go deliver. And if it wants to stop me out up here, down here, then, I mean, I can respect getting stopped out down here. That's just valid. You know what I mean? The trade is now invalid. But boom, look at that. Sweep liquidity. Let's see what we do here now. Sweep liquidity, and we have a 1 minute gap protecting us too. So hopefully we bounce out of this 1 minute gap after sweeping. But it looks like it might go take us, it might stop us out here. And it looks like it's going to stop us out. It's tough shit. But again, this is probably going to dump off now. This might sell off. We take our win. I think we won like $500 on that. So we'll take it. That's $500 between two accounts. We're trading on two accounts right now. So that's $1,000 on the day. We'll take that win, man. We'll take that win. But that's going to be it for the trade. We didn't get full TP, unfortunately, but that's a good trade, man. We got a good trade. We got a win out of that. We didn't get the delivery we wanted. We got kind of chopped up here out of the order block, and the order block really just kind of cooked us. But it is what it is, chat. That's a good trade. We've been on the charts for fucking 3 hours damn near. So, you know, we'll take what we can get. Unfortunately, you know, we did get stopped out. This might go run, take the highs. It is what it is. Like I said, we got our piece of the pie. We ended up trading for, like I said, what's that? Like a 1-to-1 right here, pretty much. Like, we got a 1-to-1 out of this trade. We were shooting for a 1-to-2, kind of a 1-to-1. But yeah, guys, that's going to be it for the video. Thank you guys for trading with me today. This is going to be the first episode of a very long series that I'm going to be starting. So I hope you guys did enjoy. I hope you guys learned a few things through this video. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.